As a quick recap, we are trying to fix up our house to sell it so we can travel full-time as a family in a fifth wheel in the new year. We are a little bit behind schedule from where we'd like to be, but we decided that it was important not to ruin Christmas for our kids and still carry on some of our family traditions. We still hope to make our goal, and we're trying really hard.
We're not doing Jingle Bell houses, we're doing all three houses.
Thank you guys so much for your feedback and for being a part of our journey. Last week, I know that when we looked over some of the comments, it helped us really understand what is important to be looking for when purchasing a used fifth wheel.
It was a great jumping off point for all of our research. What will we be towing with? What a great question you had, because we don't know. Right now, we currently have a minivan, and that is absolutely not going to tow a fifth wheel, so we have to also purchase a new truck. We decided that we're probably going to purchase something like a used diesel truck because we have new things to take into consideration that also has expanded our vocabulary, like tow capacity and payload. I had no idea what this was before last week, so all really interesting stuff. So how much can it actually tow? Not only just the fifth wheel, but with us in it, the battery, the propane, gas, everything, stuff. We have to take that all into consideration. So that's kind of why we're leaning towards a diesel truck.
And not only that, I think we would really like to find a truck that is a crew cab or something a bit bigger so that there's some room in the back for the boys in their car seats.
Size. Size is really important. When you're purchasing a fifth wheel, it's really important because state and national parks often require that your fifth wheel or camper is less than 30 feet long, which is totally okay with me because I have a huge, gigantic phobia of driving with these big mammoth things attached to a truck. I'm very freaked out by it. So I'm okay with that. Chris, on the other hand, I think you just want the bigger the better.
As much size as possible. If we're gonna be traveling this thing all year long with two kids, I want as many pop-ups as possible and as long slide-outs as possible that we can have.
Our friend Jill actually commented and said that this is something that she would find absolutely necessary if she was traveling full-time in her RV. However, Tina, Journal of Journeys, commented and said that she follows lots of different people that travel full-time, and often slides can have mechanical problems, and it's just something else to worry about. And I just want to get going, enjoy the atmosphere, spend as much time as possible outside, and I understand maybe one slide, but I'm not obsessed with all the different slides. But I'm super excited to find that we are going to find one that is less than 30 feet. That makes me feel a little bit better.
The 10-year rule. We had no idea that this was even a thing. I didn't even know this even existed.
Some people commented and said, you want to make sure that you don't buy one that is older than 10 years. And we're like, yeah, okay, whatever. We're going to renovate it anyway. And then our friends Life Rerouted commented and said, actually, this is very important because there's lots of different campsites that will not even allow you to come onto their property if you have an older RV, older than 10 years. So that kind of blew our mind and changed the course of things quite a bit because now we're looking at much newer models. We want to completely remodel it, but now we're kind of thinking that that might be a waste of time and money if it's a fairly new RV. So we're just kind of balancing how important this is because there's still lots of different places that you could go camping. However, we don't want to be limited, and I think that it might be nice to stay in some of the nicer campsites as we go, and it might kind of be refreshing.
And I'm all about buying a slightly newer RV because that means less renovations, and there's already too much of that right now.
Floor plan. For us, the floor plan is really not that big of a deal. Again, maybe more so for Chris than me. But a lot of people had commented, which we're very appreciative for, and they said it would probably be a good idea if we found a fifth wheel that had bunks in it because it'd be nice for them to have, the boys have their separate living quarters, which I completely understand. And our kind of compromise on that is if we found one that we loved that didn't have that, we might invest in something like a trundle bed and replace the stock couch that they had so they both could have a nice area to sleep in, and it might be a trundle day bed. So we're not completely worried about that, but there are so many different options. So we're definitely gonna look for one with a bunk, but it's not a deal breaker for us.
Condition. Tires, rust, water damage, mold are all really important things that we have to look for when purchasing this fifth wheel, because we're gonna be living in this thing full time for a whole year and we don't want any complications, touch wood, down the road.
Right. And we also don't want to spend a whole lot of time, like we mentioned, renovating. I still want to update it and personalize it a little bit. But as far as things that are so important, we just don't have the time, or we just don't want to do it. Thank you so much for all the comments and support. We appreciate it so much. We don't have any time right now, and so it's really invaluable to us, and I can tell you we read every single comment and appreciate it so much. So I thought I'd ask another question because you've been so helpful. So we really want to have this be an amazing experience, and we have not mapped out where we're gonna go and what we're gonna do yet. The whole reason that we want to do this is because we want to show our kids what a diverse and beautiful world it really is, and give them an open mind, open hearts. And so we really want to seek out experiences that emphasize that. So where should we go? What should we do? And how can we give back in the communities that we're in? That's really important to us. And I know that we're in a unique time right now, so we really have to think outside the box with this one. So if there's anything that you can think of, please let us know. We appreciate you so much, and we'll see you next week.